Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 2022 Pot of Gold hosted by New Orleans Disc Golf Club. We're here for the fourth and final round of just 9 holes for our top 12 competitors. By we, I should just say myself, the disc golf guy. Silas wasn't able to join for this final round of commentary. I appreciate him stepping in for round number 3, but I wanted to get this out and available to you, so I'm just going to knock it out alone. A few days after the event, we've got Matty O. He's sitting at 27 under after 3 rounds of 18. Puts a pretty good move on that one. Opening hole, 601 feet. Seeing for the first time for this event, Logan Weiss. And that'll work just fine for Logan.
I got the same list I did round 2, dude.
I see Logan comes out of Prairieville, Louisiana, rated 971. And here's Nathan Farber. Nathan rated 949. And right here out of New Orleans. And that's pushing off to the left side. It's going to stay in bounds. I believe Nathan had informed me that he's part of the crew that helped generate some new interest and excitement within the club. This guy's doing big things, including putting this event on. And that is JC Rohe, who we saw during round number 3. Also who I saw for the first time a few months ago while filming over in Fairhope. JC Rohe comes out of Mobile, Alabama, rated 996. That is a fully committed forehand there by Nathan.
Oh, that's tough.
Of course, you can hear a little bit of the wind. It's probably picked up to at least 10 miles an hour. We're out here at City Park. They had played a different course for rounds 1 and 2 on Saturday. And really tough to generate power when you're outstretched the way that we just saw Logan there. Clearly, Matty O here, out in front by a significant amount. Someone of his caliber not too likely to give up this many strokes in 9 regular holes. Also 9 holes where I think he shot 4 under during round number 3. Ultimately, he put a 9 under together on the 18-hole layout just a few hours earlier. See what Logan had to do to get to this point. He shot 6 under during round number 3. That's what jumped him up to this card. And JC, who you're seeing, he had shot 3 under. And to round it out, Nathan shot 5 under, and he tore up the front 9 during round number 3. Orum for birdie. And Nathan will pick up the par. Unfortunately, pars are going to lose strokes to our leader in Matt Orum at this point. And the rich get richer. Ooh, speaking of rich, let me some double G jerky. Tastes good. If you don't like the boom sauce, I don't really know what you're doing with your life. That's all I'm going to say on that. I mean, it's hot, but that's where it's at. And on the par 5, hole number 2, we see Matty O with the roller that pushes off to the right side. He might have a little trouble to work with over there or contend with. Here's the forehand coming out of Logan. Pushes through a little bit, but there is a long way to go with not only a tunnel, but then a ceiling on top of it, literally on top of it. A little bit of a ceiling there. That's what makes this hole as difficult as it is. I love the aggressive roller play, but there's a couple times now we've seen rollers finding that right side. It's like it's a perfect collection point for the rollers, the righty backhand rollers.
Stop.
Okay, yeah, right there. It's a little cameo there by Thunder Schultz, who we saw in round number 3. Certainly work playing out to that right side, taking a little bit of the ceiling out of play, a little wider out on that right side, a little more airspace available to you. And this is a solid forehand roller, just trying to get out of trouble, but not only does he get some great forward progress, but he puts himself in a really good position. Pretty good distance covered there for Nathan. Here's Matty O with his second. Oh! Just calling for the albatross, no big deal. JC's third. As we said, just trying to take the ceiling out of play. Play it out to the right. A little bit more room to work with over there. Not forcing you to keep it as low. And that's exactly what I'm talking about. And that one, we didn't even, I don't think anybody even saw whatsoever. I'm not sure Logan saw that or accounted for that low-hanging branch at that point. And now still have the branches to contend with even on a putt. Nathan not able to connect with anything. Here's JC. And the birdie bit is on the high left side. So after brushing just in front of the basket, he's left with a long eagle look. And that's unfortunate for Matty O. I mean, he's still, of course, left there with a good look for birdie. And Nathan's birdie look unsuccessful, so he's going to likely be tapping in for the par. Meanwhile, Matty O into position and yeah, he shakes his head. No, and he kind of got away with one there. Good basket, he says. High left chain with Anheuser. I don't know. What do you got to be rated to get that kind of break? Or do you get that kind of break to help your rating? Comes into this event with a 1044 rating. Pretty impressive. A little tap in action for Logan, and as they move over, if you ever need to ship any discs and you want to do it safely and securely, I offer up my disc in a box. That is a disc shipping solution, and it's adjustable. You can ship 1, 2, or even 3 drivers depending on how you fold those, and I usually sell them in 50 count or 100 count packs. Reach out or find me online. Be more than happy to help you out. Working on an online store that you guys are going to see as well. Logan goes with the high route, which is exactly what I was expecting out of Matty O. Instead, he went lower this time. Nathan's going to go the low heater route. And that's going to put him on the dance floor looking at a birdie. He's trying to get on the board after back-to-back pars on 1 and 2. Here's JC trying to do the same. Okay, that'll work. We're deep in circle 2 here for Logan. Few inches short is one thing, but then to get the roll back, the 10 or 12 feet seems, or 15 maybe even, seems unnecessary. Saw Schultz in round 3 from way off in this area. Draw medal. Let's see if Matty can count it. No, that's another one. Left side chain. So Orum picks up back-to-back birdies on 1 and 2. It's looking like a par here on 3. JC back-to-back pars on 1 and 2. Somewhere between 25, maybe 28 feet. Eight to 9 meters or so for all of my European watchers. Either way, it's a birdie. With JC officially on the board. Nice, solid putt for Nathan. Saw JC back in January, I believe it was, at the Fairhope Jubilee, where he finished 3rd. Couple of cleanups for par on hole 3. Matty O still more than I was gonna say more than a dozen and change in terms of his outright lead. Hole 4, 445 feet. An interesting play to set himself up on that left side. I feel like that does give him options, being that short. He could go still up the left side and play kind of around the back door on this hole, or he'll have a hyzer to the basket going what I would consider the slightly more conventional up the middle route. Little plinko there for Orum. That's going to leave him a long look. I'm not even sure that's going to be putting range. Oh, and definitely gets this one up too much. However, it continues to filter and a little kick out. I'll take that. Gallery approves. Okay, okay. I see what you're working with, Nathan. We'll run this left side again, opening up options. He can go with the forehand off to the left or kind of a righty backhand. Nice solid approach. A little field goal action here for Matty O. And during round 3, he had hit the side of the cage and then rolled to 35 feet, kind of alongside that same bush. So still finding that bush, but in a different manner this time. This would putt considerably easier than what he had last time. And he'll save the par.
You can go ahead and tap.
That's what's known as speed of play. You want to grant your card mates the permission, so to speak, to go ahead and go out of order. You can do so, and for that exact reason, Logan was ready to go, and you heard JC say you could go ahead and tap in. Very common. You technically should always ask, but pretty common practice.
I'm Garrett Girthy. People know me as Double G. I've been making Double G craft jerky since I was 16 years old.
Whether I'm at home or on the road, Double G craft jerky is the snack that I go for.
I've actually found myself eating Double G craft jerky on my long drives to the next tournament.
We all know Double G's got a big arm, but he's also got a big heart. Every bag of Double G jerky that you buy supports children's disc golf and goes to a great cause.
You can find Double G craft jerky at doublegjerky.com.
Well, big shout out. I'm a huge fan of Double G Jerky and everything that he's doing, not only working with the pros in his foundation, but working with other pros and their foundations. Just incredible stuff. And I like to sell it, make it available to you guys. You'll be able to find it on shop.thediscgolfguy.com, but also I'll be giving some away. Like, share, comment, do all that kind of stuff. Do all the YouTube things, as I say. And I'm going to be giving away a bag of Double G jerky. If things get really wild, maybe I'll give away a disc or two as well. But for sure, a bag of Double G jerky as a result of this 9 holes. JC. Up and over, sticks the landing. This is looking for a birdie. Little nick on the tree. Oh no. You gonna yell at me if I call that a Nick Saban? Alright, I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm getting a little delusional here. Full commitment out of Logan and his run up and throw. Matty O mic'd up.
Off the tree.
He's calling the shot off the tree.
Oh! I was trying it. I was trying the bank.
You're going for bank?
I was going for bank.
Oh, that's dirty. I love it.
I don't think I could have.
That's a lot.
Yeah, give him credit. Had he put it in, he certainly called it. video proof or it didn't happen, right? Well, we had it. Here's Logan for birdie. Also, goofy angle. There's just 2 trees here, but they certainly protect this basket well. Park job for JC. He goes to 2 under on the round and 13 under overall. And even closer, taking home the CTP honors and winning a big pat on the back. That's Nathan Farber. Just smacking it down. That was like somebody aggressively going after it with like the whack-a-mole sledgehammer. Just whack. Straight down to the ground. Okay. And also going with the whack-a-mole approach. But this one maybe just, I don't know, hit off the side of it and then somehow kept going. Got a little more distance out of it. Let's see what Matty O can do. And if you guys aren't old enough to know what whack-a-mole is, I apologize. I'm in my early 40s. That may not be a game you're familiar with. And if you're thinking about Chuck E. Cheese right now, I don't blame you. There it is. Looks like a clean roller. Unfortunately, between the tree and the T sign, finding focus is a challenge for me, but that's an incredible drive. It's fighting back just a little bit, but a great drive. Up ahead, it looks like David Wiggins, unfortunately, not converting on that putt. And with plenty of work to do, Nathan fighting to get back in bounds. He is. It's always a silver lining. All right, this has me thinking, guys. What is your favorite game? That's what you need to put in the comments. And I'm going to be super generic for you guys. I'm going to let you pick whether it's a Nintendo-style game, some kind of PlayStation or Xbox, any arcade game.
I don't know if that's enough for a sidearm.
250 is the number I just heard as I'm rattling on about games. Arcade game, carnival type game, you name it, anything you want, but that's what you need to put into the comments what your favorite one is. And that will make you eligible for your favorite game of all time, which is winning Double G Jerky. Did you see those wild zebras or something running through the field up there? Stand and deliver. Great shot by Logan. Super overstable mid. Gonna put that on some Annie with the wind, and it's gonna still try and fight its way back. And you see the wind just hanging it out to dry. It's way out there. is JC for par. I didn't know New Orleans had a speedway, but these guys are getting at it. Matty O. Off the top of the basket for birdie. Got a little work left to do to save the par. I'm going to see Logan tap in. Two-stroke swing between Logan and JC. And then right in the middle of them will be the par by Matty O. He remains 2 under for this final 9 so far. Again, just 9 holes, 1 through 9, regular play. I believe the top 4 scores will then go on to draw and have a skins match along with some lucky contestants, but that is not part of the overall scores for the tournament here. So just a couple holes left, 3 holes left, in fact, before the tournament is officially over. Orum trying to make a correction from what he did in round 3, which was launching it way off to the left side. This is turned over. And it rushes up a few branches, but then still finds itself inbounds. That's a pretty big pull for Orum. Stiff right to left wind. Manageable for sure. Oh man, JC's getting serious. Is this the first backwards hat throw we've seen? Uh-oh. I don't want to see this guy get mad. Focus, baby. Not mad. Oh, now he's booting his equipment around? Jeez. JC.
Flip up.
That push is left. The skip certainly doesn't help. That's going to leave him way out. Probably in the circle, long circle 2, maybe even circle 3, which I know isn't a thing, but outside of 66 feet is what I'm trying to say.
Damn it.
Oh, and not far from almost putting in from what, way back on, I think, hole 5? That doesn't fight back enough, so that's going to be out of bounds. Logan here, though. Great position. And even better execution.
Perfect, Matt.
So after bringing it back in bounds with a 1-stroke penalty,
Yeah, good recovery.
that is exactly that. A great recovery there for Nathan. And JC from long range. Right on the pole, just not enough height to it. And while Logan gets ready, I have to say thank you to Lewis, who reached out to me about even the idea of coming to film this. I think he got me in touch with Neil or Philip or some other people, and things continued to quickly snowball in a day or two. And next thing you know, I'm finding myself changing my flight and showing up for the last 2 rounds here of this Pot of Gold tournament. So thank you to all of you guys, the club, and then couple of great friends that I've met and spent time with in both Thailand and Croatia. Dave and Rebecca Mora, just a couple of incredible humans that put me up late night. Saturday night as I came into town. This is my first time ever filming in Louisiana. And now that I've been at this 12 consecutive years, it is pretty cool to get to some new courses, get to events that I haven't otherwise filmed, and then film a handful of players I've maybe never met or filmed before. So that's a long-winded shout out and thank you, but absolutely necessary for all these incredible people. I think at one point I talked to Neil as well. So some of these people I had never spoken with or worked with at all before, so thank you. And while I'm in the business of this, I'm going to say thank you to my Patreon subscribers and supporters. If you're not familiar with how Patreon works, at least for my channel, I do it as a per creation basis. So only when I put stuff on YouTube and therefore on Patreon do you pay for that, so to speak. And then you can set a cap. So in a really busy month like this month in March of 2022, I put out a ton of videos, and if you say, hey, I only want to give you X amount during any given month, you can actually cap it. But only when I put up videos does that actually go against the pledging that you give me every month. So couldn't do it without you guys. JC, a little lapse in concentration or focus there for a moment. Nathan with the birdie look. Firm. I like it. Also firm. Felt like he was a bull that was going to start charging someone. Getting his footing just right. Now we've got Logan for birdie. And Matty-O thought he was out, but I think actually Logan might have even still been out. It was relatively close. Matty-O steps up and knocks it in, and now Logan's going to switch up the putter. And there's something with hole 8. I hate to bring it up, but we saw Chad do this exact same thing during round 3. Like, identically. He put himself right there in birdie range and then went on to have multiple putts. I think it was 3 putts when it was all said and done. Walked away with the bogey. Logan puts that in for bogey. If I was a real jerk, I'd like run those side by side, but that's not worth it. Something with this basket. Look at that gallery. Love you guys for all coming out and taking it all in. Thank you so much. Final hole of the tournament, unless we have a playoff for first. And Matty-O feeling a little spicy, and I'm not talking about his shirt. He's lining up the roller? Do the triple Mando? Oh, and catches the edge. It stops. He does not make it through. There's not any out of bounds, so to speak, deep of the pin. Over the top. That is a missed Mando for Nathan. All right, well, we're just going to pull out all the tricks, all the on the final hole here. JC with the overhand. And Logan pipes it. So Nathan moves to the drop zone, where you still have to make it through the Mando, which he narrowly does. And we saw Thunder in a similar position, pinched up on this left side, trying to get creative. And we'll see what JC can do. That's heading over toward the generator that you're hearing.
Yeah, so I'm gonna have to do some work on them 80 footers this week.
Inside the mind of Matty O. JC, long par save from 40 feet. It's the hat. I like it. Way to finish on a strong note there, JC. I believe that is going to net him a 5th place finish. After the penalty stroke, Nathan trying to close out here with a bogey. And he'll do just that. Nathan with 0 pars in the last 5 holes of the tournament. Couple birdies, couple bogeys. Logan trying to figure out how he's going to try close out with a birdie here. Certainly some footing and stance challenges. So although he had the great drive, unable to capitalize, and this, just so everyone knows, this is an opportunity where sometimes the players would go clean out so that your soon-to-be champion could potentially have the last putt now, or in this case, maybe 2 putts. So just keep that in mind, especially when it's truly decided already. If it's close, you may not, but if you're in a position where you can clear things out before the champion can make their final putt, you should, it's kind of the etiquette to do so. And just like that, Matty O is in fact your champion. Thank you guys for joining. Like, share, subscribe, make a comment. I need to know your best game.
Boom.
I'm going to catch up with our champion, Matt Orum. Thank you to New Orleans Disc Golf Club. Here's Matty O.
I'm the Disc Golf Guy, and that was my video blog. We caught up with our champion now in Matt Orum. And Matty, it's like a month ago,
Charlie,
you were in the hospital?
can you help me?
I was in the hospital in Valley Hospital, Las Vegas.
And
Last
now,
golf I knew.
obviously, you're feeling fine because you're destroying the field out here this weekend. Pot of Gold champion. I think I count 4 or 5 victories. Does that sound right to you?
On the pot of gold?
Yeah.
I think it might be 7.
7 of them. All right. Do you remember when your first one was?
2007.
All right. So, playing well here. You're all healed up. Are we going to see you back on the tour?
Absolutely. See me next week in Texas States and Tyler. Excited about it. I heard they changed the course up on me a little bit, but I'm okay with it though.
Did they have to somehow like Matty O proof it or something?
Well, it kind of be technically Ricky proof because he beat me, so I'll give him a little, you know. But yeah, I'm excited about it and prepared to putt in some wind again. That's kind of been a trend lately, so.
So how do you keep yourself motivated when you come to an event like this? Do you consider this a warm-up event when you're playing something that's a little smaller, more local, before you jump back out into the Elite Series?
Yeah, I mean, technically kind of an A-day, but yeah, I'm still trying my dangest. And even though I had a lot of stroke lead, I pretend like I'm not, because when I go to the next week and these guys, there's no time to back off. So I just got to treat it like I'm still playing against them guys, because I can't ever slack off a little bit out there now these days, because they're getting really good out there.
Well, you picked up your 74th win this weekend, by my account anyway. Anything you want to say to all the fans and friends out there that are watching?
I want to thank you for coming, and I want to thank everybody in New Orleans. It's my home away from home. Love everybody, and roll tide.
All right, he's picked up his 7th win here at the Pot of Gold. in terms of the Pot of Gold Championships. Congratulations, that's Matty. I got to thank Dave and Rebecca and the rest of the staff and crew that made all of this coverage possible. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you at the next one.
Got my piggy bank back. That is my piggy bank. Hey, thank you.